Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
That deadly mass shooting during a popular motorcycle rally in New Mexico. Police say 3 people were killed and 5 others hurt during a shootout between 2 biker gangs at the 41st annual Red River Memorial Day motorcycle rally. Tens of thousands gathered for the event. One of those injured is now charged with murder. Here's ABC's Zareen Shah.
Tonight, bullets flying during what was billed as a family-friendly Memorial Day motorcycle event in New Mexico that attracted 30,000 people.
It was a huge crowd. It covered all of Red River. There was people running by where we were standing, screaming they're shooting down there.
Authorities say 2 rival biker gangs were shooting at each other at the Red River motorcycle rally, leaving 3 people dead and at least 5 others injured.
All 8 individuals have been identified as outlaw motorcycle gang members.
One airlifted to a hospital in Denver, Colorado, nearly 400 miles away.
Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. This is your humble servant, Big Levi. And today is Noga, June the 2nd. 2023, and it's currently 9:17 a.m. Eastern Time. Welcome, beloved. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here. Now, for the past few weeks and for the past few months, ever since Pluto entered the signs of Aquarius, all you've been seeing, and it's the amplification of the 83's trouble and their demise. Now, you hear or you heard about MS pretty much every week, but one thing that you don't see is the media bringing it out as often because they really don't want to and they cannot keep up with the pace. Now, and this MS that happened over there in New Mexico, and 8 people, were injured, of course. 3 dead, 5 injured, 3 plus 5, 8, new beginning. And of course, one of the victim or the injured was lifted and carried over 400 miles away. So for those of you that's been following our channel, you know what that means. So let's take it right here again. Let's listen.
Were shooting at each other at the Red River motorcycle rally, leaving 3 people dead and at least 5 others injured.
All 8 individuals have been identified as outlaw motorcycle gang members.
Okay, there are 8 of them, and they all been identified as outlaws, gang members of motorcycle gang members. Okay, Team Johnson right there.
One airlifted to a hospital in Denver, Colorado, nearly 400 miles away.
Okay, 400 miles, nearly 400 miles. So what that means? That means it's Genesis 15 verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Okay, 400 years, 400 miles, those are codex the angels, well, the mighty one put in there for us to know that these things that are happening upon the earth, it's happening on the behalf of the children that you had enslaved. The children in 1619, 1618, 1617, 1615, whenever you want to put it, you came upon our loin in our land and against our loin and destroy us. And now all those things are happening as a testament against you. That is why you see the MS are pretty much everywhere. Okay, that's what that is. That's a testament and a clue in Genesis 15 verse 13. Let's keep on moving.
We're being told it was over somebody taking a picture with a different gang. It's something as stupid as that.
Jacob Castillo, an alleged member of one of the gangs, has been charged with murder. Police in New Mexico say that they had added more officers after getting a tip that 400 to 500 members of the other biker gang were headed to the event.
Now, you have this fellow right here. Let's listen to his name again, okay? Let's listen to the guy name.
A different gang. It's something as stupid as that.
Jacob Castillo, an alleged...
I believe his name is Jacob Castillo. Now, of course... All right. Let me see. Got this new... I'm using this new system here. I haven't set it up yet. Okay. Jacob... What does the word Castillo mean?
The castle, according to Family Search, Spanish, topographic name for someone who lived by the castle or fortified building, Castillo, or a habitational name from any of numerous places called with this word.
All right, another word, a citadel like a castle, okay? The castle, Castillo, Jacob Castillo. I prefer citadel. Let's see. Citadel. Usually. Ah, crap. Citadel fort. Let's put castle. Castle. There you go. A citadel right there. Okay. This one is more like a citadel. Well, you know what? Let's take the Haitian citadel. Haitian citadel. There you go. Okay. Oops. Citadel La Ferrière. There you go. That's better. Okay, this is a citadel, a castle. Okay, this one is better. And this, they say it's built like a ship. That is because it is a ship, you know. The king, the Haitian king, built this back in the 1800s. Henri Christophe, Haitian king Henri Christophe, he built this. And this has 365 doors. Each of the doors can be open each day. And if you get lost, there are certain places inside of this, you can't go because the doors open to other dimension. They have they say there is so much treasures. And there's a multiple other videos that we've done. There's a book we had recommended that talk about the treasures. I forgot the book. If you want to know it, send me an email and I'll look for it for you because it's on the other computer. And this citadel, which is a protection, which is a stronghold, okay, and this thing is built on top of the mountain to watch out when the French try to come back so we can eliminate them from distance. This is advanced technology right there. Till this day, they don't know how this thing was built on top of the mountain. They don't know how it was built and why. And they don't know how it works because this was built with advanced technology. Till now, the cannon, the bullets are still there. They are well arranged. Okay, let's see, Citadel cannon. Let's see. Okay, the cannon, is that what that is? Double N. Okay, the cannon, they are still there. They are the most advanced things they ever seen. They are still in there and working condition. They've been there for hundreds of years, but they never get worsted. The building never crumbled and fell. Okay, it's still there. Everything is there. And you know what the Dominican are doing? Every time they got, that's the emblem of the king. Every time they have visitors or tourists, they brought them to the citadel and they told them the citadel is theirs. Okay, and the palace and so much thing. But the point is, Jacob Castillo, I'm not quite sure if the name is Jacob because let's see.
It's something as stupid as that.
Jacob Castillo, and
okay, it sounds like Jacob or Jacob, but we'll say his name is Jacob. Okay, Jacob Castillo or Jacob, the castle of Jacob, the citadel of Jacob, the stronghold of Jacob. Okay, and 8 people or no more, 400 miles, all those things connected to Jacob, the house of Israel, which his name was changed into the great prince Israel, Israelites, and the children of the light, the brotherhood of the light, the sisterhood of the light. All those things are happening on our behalf, and this is not a coincidence. All those things are real, and all those things are happening because the 400 years is over, and this is Esau's trouble and 83 tribulation. It's 83 and 83 crime. Then again, beloved, we want to apologize in advance. We will cut this video after 1 hour because of YouTube's comeback rules and stuff. We're gonna have to do a bunch of things so they won't come after us and things like that. So anyway, let's keep on moving.
Alleged member of one of the gangs has been charged with murder. Police in New Mexico say that they had added more officers after getting a tip that 400 to 500 members of the other biker gang were.
Okay, after getting a tips 400 and 500, you keep getting those numbers: 400 miles, 400 members, Jacob, 8, and even the place that this thing happened, New Mexico, and the cars, the neighborhood, the road, all those things, they have their spiritual significance, which eventually translate in the physical meaning that we know for a fact this thing is over, and all those things are happening on our behalf.
We're headed to the event.
We've had issues in the past. Of course, we've never had anything like this.
But mass shootings are anything but rare. According to the Gun Violence Archive, there have already been 253 mass shootings in America so far this year.
Okay, so far this year they have 253. Okay, 2 plus 5 plus 3, you know who's in the midst. You know what to do. 253, you add them together, you get the double digit. You know who's on the behalf of this, who's doing this, and what house he is protecting. Selah, so be it.
Lindsay.
And we're only in May. Zareen.
That's right, we're only in May, all right? So let's keep on moving.
Again, with new details.
Exactly right.
And again, her name is Hunter, okay? Hunter Elise. Now, Elise, I believe Elise, isn't Elise the same name as Eliezer? Let me see. Keep it. What does the name Elise mean?
God's promise. According to the bump, meaning God's promise. Elise is a girl's name that comes from Latin, meaning God's promise. Elise first came around in the Middle Ages, originally as a shortened version and nickname of the French name Elizabeth.
All right, Elise. So God's promise, okay? Elise, and her name is Hunter Elise, okay? God's promise, the hunter. All right, and I believe the word Elise is what is Elysium? Is it heaven? What does the word Elysium mean?
A place or state of ideal happiness.
Okay.
According to Merriam-Webster, a place or state of ideal happiness.
Yeah, heaven, Elysium, because her name is written with Y, but Elise, okay? Hunter Elise. Hunter, of course, we know is the defender, Alex, Michael, Alexa, Alexander. Okay, Daniel 12 and 1. Michael is in the midst. 253. 2 plus 5 plus 3 equal 10. And the hunter is promised to protect us, and it is. And let's see who's being affected by that.
Right, and in those videos, police say Sherry Vincent made multiple threats and trespass.
Okay, and Northwest 48th and Warren. We know 48th, 4 plus 8 on the behalf of who? Let's see what Warren means. What does the word roaring means? No, not roaring.
Here's the definition of roaring. Making or uttering a loud, deep, or harsh prolonged sound.
Roaring G. Rest in peace. Let me see. Densely populated. Is that what that is? See, oh, not word, name. What does the name Roaring means? Oh. The meaning of the name Warren.
According to the bump, Warren is a boy's name of French and English origins, meaning park keeper. Warren is considered one of the oldest recorded English surnames and is thought to derive from the Norman family de Warren.
Okay, park keeper. If it's French, it has to be Warren. Or Warren. Yes. He has to be Warren or Warren. Okay. The reign of the war. Well, park keeper, I'm not quite sure what that means. But the 48th, this type of behaviors, social media threatened behaviors, this used to be a two-third thing. This used to be something that is strictly our people used to do or still doing. Of course, most of them that are doing these things are Samaritan. They are not our people at all. Now you see this woman, I would say this senior citizen right there, get involved with threatening people over the phone, social media, as far as going to that person's house and damage the property. U.S. Marshal came after her and she had a gun. She pulled it on them and they got rid of her. Okay? Great glory. Let's keep on moving. All right, of course. Let me see if I have this thing right here for the people. All right. So, all right, we got plague number 9 here, execution by the sword. Let's keep on moving.
It was a tragic weekend of gunfire in Stony Creek. Police say 2 people were shot and killed last night in a dispute with their landlord in the house where they live just off Barton Street. That was followed by an armed standoff between police and the murder suspect until the police shot and killed the man.
Okay, Adam, tell us about Barton Street. Barton. For the student, you know exactly what's going on here. Then again, be forewarned, we will get into the sister, okay, the nun. And we will speak to a degree that we are allowed to speak because this is going to go public. We will not say exactly how the sister is able to do this, but we will go ahead. We will, I may have to do a separate video about that, but I don't know. I'll see what I can do because I really don't want to jump into this because we have things to study. Anyway, Adam here, tell us about Barton, France, Barton Street. All right, let's keep on moving. Yeah, that is if you're a student, of course.
Now, with 3 people dead, neighbors say they can't remember anything like this ever happening in their area. Al Sweeney breaks down what happened last night.
Late into the night as the
Barton, Jones and Barton, pretty much the same. Barton is Slovakian or East European for Barton, which means stick. Is that what that is? No, Barton French. Let's see. How do you say stick in French? How do you say stick in French? Oh, don't.
In French, you would say bâton.
I thought they were going to give me stick as the food, the stick. Okay, le bâton. Okay, bâton or bâton or whatever. That's what that is. Stick, staff, wand. You know what that is.
Standoff went on. Hamilton police called for the homeowner named Terry to put down his guns and come out. But it didn't end peacefully. The trouble started earlier in the evening, just before 6 p.m., when 2 people who lived in the house were killed, shot as they were running away from the man with the gun.
They were observed by witnesses fleeing the house, and they were killed outside of the residence.
Police say the 2 victims were a 27-year-old woman from Hamilton who worked as an educational assistant.
She's 27 years old. Okay, 27 years old. Let's keep on moving.
For the Brant Catholic School Board.
She worked for the Brant Catholic School Board. Lately, the so-called Catholics, they've been in the news for quite some time now. I'm not quite sure what's going on with those folks, but anyway.
And a 28-year-old Hamilton man who was an electrician.
And the man was 28. She was 27. The man was 28. You know what to do.
They say the dispute with the landlord was over the state of the house. After the 2 murders, A man barricaded himself inside the house as night fell. Police tried to negotiate.
We spent considerable time last night on the phone in attempts to negotiate a peaceful resolution with the male suspect.
But later, gunfire broke out.
The first shots rang out at around 10 p.m. There was around 6 of them.
CHCH reporter.
First shot, 10 p.m., 28 years old. Hey, this thing is all over.
Eric Vienno was on the scene. He and others were eventually diving for cover with more bullets flying overhead.
All of a sudden, we started hearing the bullets just whizzing. It was like the crack and then a whiz over our heads. And the police said, "Get down."
The Special Investigations Unit, called into situations like this, says the gunman was eventually shot and killed by police.
Shortly after 10 p.m., there was an exchange of gunfire between the man and a police officer. The man was struck and he was pronounced deceased at the scene.
I believe this thing happened in Canada. That's why it happened, okay? That's happened in Canada, all right? This is not even here. It's happened in Canada, all right? I believe so.
Police say the 57-year-old owner of the home.
The owner of the home was 57, okay? He took 3 people out, a 27-year-old woman, a 28-year-old man. I'm not quite sure if they said the third person. And, okay, all right. Well, he's the third one. He is 57. You know what to do.
Who neighbors say was named Terry, had no record of being in trouble with the police, but he was the owner of a number of registered guns.
There were multiple firearms registered to this house, which include handguns as well as long guns.
Neighbors were shaken when they heard the shooting.
Scary. It sounded like firecrackers, like that's what it sounded like. I said to my husband, "Was that gunshots?" He said, "Yes, it was." So he said, "Let's get out of the living room because our window faces the street."
Neighbors were told to shelter in their basements until the police gave the all clear after midnight. Police say the initial dispute started when the tenants went to the landlord with health concerns about their unit. The police haven't released the names of the murder victims or the gunman, but they say none of these people were in any trouble with the police before this. In fact, they say the 2 murder victims were completely innocent. Now, neighbors say this is a quiet neighborhood. They say this kind of thing just doesn't happen here.
Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. But hey, that's what that is. All right, 3 people no more. The sword is heavy. Of course, this is a plague number 9. And so now, again, why is this happening? Why is it that every single time you turn on the news or even look at the news, or you don't even look at the news, you hear the news, is something bad happening out there? It's 83 always in trouble and stuff. Why? Because Genesis 15 verse 13, we read it in the beginning. You know, he said unto Abraham, "Know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years." Okay, this prophecy was fulfilled in from 1619 to 2019, 2020. The moment 2020 get here, the entire world got laid down. Everything is messed up. That was the Most High God Almighty did this. This was not the elite. This was not Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Elon Musk get together and say, "Let's F up everything that we own so we can build it better." No, that's not what that is. The Mighty One did this. Of course, we had a bunch of garbage coming out of the Christian mouth. Oh, well, the mark of the beast and then the Antichrist. None of this garbage, not only it didn't happen, it won't happen, already happened. Okay, Jacob's trouble happened. It happened. Be at peace. There'll be no Jacob's trouble. We're done with Jacob's trouble. All right, they keep our people in a low vibration with that Jacob's trouble fear garbage, so we won't tap into our power. The moment you believe Jacob's trouble gonna keep happening and you're living in fear, you're trying to get ready when this thing happen so you can go or live off grid or whatever. Then again, like I said before, I am not against of living off grid or go live in Africa. You can go live off grid. That's the best thing to do. Go off grid, go for meditation, go live off grid so you can practice the exercise into the initiation. Okay, you go live off grid because you want to live to live in peace, not you are fleeing. Don't go because you are afraid. Don't leave. Don't go to Africa to flee destruction that's gonna happen in America only. Somehow or some way, every other place is gonna be good. America gonna be destroyed and burned. No. Genesis 15 verse 14 says, and also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. We serve those people, and the mighty one is judging those people. Okay, this nation is all over. They're in America, they're in Africa, they're pretty much all over. Let's keep on moving. Well, we done this. There we go.
All right, Chase, keeping an eye on all the recreational areas. Thanks a lot, Chase. We're taking a dark turn now just after 10 o'clock tonight. We're learning disturbing new details about the man who police say went on a shooting spree this weekend in Mesa, killing 3 people and injuring a 4th.
That's right. This evening tonight on 12 News at 5:30, we first told you when 20-year-old Iron Byers now connected to another murder in Phoenix. And just the last
20-year-old Iron Byers. Arizona Iron Byers, 20-year-old. Great. But let's keep on moving here.
Last few hours, I spent the night digging through court records just revealed in the case. New court records are giving us a look into the mind of suspected killer Iron Byers. Detectives say in less than 72 hours, he killed 4 people across Phoenix and Mesa and injured a 5th. The first shooting happened Friday afternoon near 24th Street and Oak in Phoenix. Police say Byers shot and killed 41-year-old Nicholas Arnstead. Byers admitted to shooting Arnstead because he abused fentanyl, which he says he didn't like because, quote, his brother abused it too. Documents show Byers left that scene and then got on a bus. Around 10:30 Friday night, detectives say Byers shot 41-year-old Julian Cox near Beverly Park. Records show Byers shot Cox because he was talking about smoking blues. It's slang for the drug oxycodone. 90 minutes later, around midnight, Mesa police found 41-year-old Stephen Young shot and killed near Country Club in Broadway. Byers reportedly told detectives he met Young at a Circle K and began speaking with him while riding the light rail. Byers said he told Young he wanted to smoke weed. After getting off the light rail, the men started walking toward Broadway. That's when Byers allegedly shot Young. Detectives found the body of 40-year-old John Swain around 2 o'clock Saturday morning near Extension and 2nd Avenue. Byers met Swain while he walked along the railroad tracks. Documents show Byers said the victim was homeless and not from around here, so he shot him. A 5th victim, 36-year-old Angela Fonseca, was shot just minutes after the 3rd victim, but she survived her injuries.
So he shot 5 people, killed them. Okay, Angela was the one who survived. Okay, the angel survived. Now you don't hear that about it because this is an MS. This is not a mass shooting. This is some just. This didn't even make the news. You didn't even hear about. Well, at least I didn't even hear about that. That's nothing. This dude just walk up and kill people. He was taking out drug addicts and homeless and stuff like that. Okay, and I believe they have an update on that. After that, let's see if we can get the update.
According to records, Byers met Fonseca while walking on Main Street and reportedly shot her in the face because she, quote, made him mad. Byers reportedly shot her again because she, quote, wasn't dead yet. All 5 victims were shot in the head with a 9mm handgun. That gun found in the bedroom of Byers' grandmother. Even more chilling, in each of these cases, police say that Byers never called 911. He said the victims, quote, didn't deserve it. Disturbing details indeed. Byers is now charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder.
All right, let's see if we can get an update on the fellow. Let me see, what do we have here? Grieving family asks public to help find suspect in shooting death. There are so many deaths out there. Murder of Phoenix dad unsolved 1 year later. And what's going on in Arizona? Daniel Robertson went missing 2 years. Family suing city after cops allegedly watch men drown in Templetown. Where is it? Wildfire. Fire crews continue to put out fire near Loop. Drivers speak out, semi truck catching fire. 2 people found dead after shooting in Chandler. The hell is going on in Arizona, man? You would have known that. You would have thought like this thing. Okay, this is the video we just watched. This thing would have been, nationwide, but it's not. Men arrested in connection with string of fatal shooting between Phoenix and Mesa. Okay, is it the same guy? Let's see.
This afternoon, we're learning new details about a shooting spree that happened over the weekend. In less than 72 hours, detectives say Iron Byers killed 4 people in Mesa and Phoenix and injured a 5th.
4 of those incidents happening over nearly a 4-hour stretch, Friday night into early Saturday morning. A 5th victim was shot Friday afternoon near 24th Street and Oak in Phoenix. The names of those victims were just released to us yesterday. Detectives say that Byers shot Nicholas Arnstead, Julian Fox, Stephen Young, and Angela Fonseca and John Swain. Only Fonseca survived.
Wait, hang on. Let's hear the name again.
And Angela Fonseca and John to us yesterday. Detectives say that Byers shot Nicholas Arnstead, Julian Fox,
Julian Fox? But they put Cox here. They put Cox.
Stephen Young and Angela
Stephen Young, but they put Stephen Cox.
Fonseca and John Swain.
Okay, who wrote this? Who's doing that news over there? Has anybody caught that? Okay. What the hell is going on over there in Arizona, man? No wonder Family Guy make fun of them. Anyway, it's Julian Fox. What is that? What that is? Because let's hear this again. Because I let me enlarge this. Because I'll probably be, I don't know. Let me see what's going on here.
Near 24th Street and Oak in Phoenix. The names of those victims were just released to us yesterday. Detectives say that Byers shot Nicholas Arnstead, Julian Fox, Stephen Young, and Angela Fonseca and John Swain. Only Fonseca survived.
Court records show that all 5 victims were shot with a 9mm handgun that was found.
Okay, yeah, well, News 12, she say Fox, but they were Cox, and Stephen Cox, it's Stephen Young, Fong. The hell is going on? So, till now, they haven't put the picture of this fellow. I think he is a 2/3 or so to speak, but they haven't put the face of that guy yet. Okay. They don't have it here. Well, they don't have it here. All right, well, let's keep on moving then. Crazy.
Tonight, a polygamous leader based in Colorado City, Arizona, is facing serious charges of sexual conduct involving children. If any of that sounds familiar, there is a reason for it. Federal court documents claim Samuel Bateman was a follower of convicted cult leader Warren Jeffs, who victimized dozens of girls and women in the early 2000s. Bateman, who the FBI now says believed himself to be the successor of Jeffs, traveled to at least 4 states taking in child brides from his religious followers.
And I don't see anything wrong with that. That's what those people do. I don't know why people are making a big deal out of this guy. He just got caught because that's what they do. That's what those guys do. They literally go and then they threaten people and they take your children. And they're just telling you, you ain't gonna go to heaven if you don't give me your child, and he believes he's the successor of this demented fellow that used to do this before him. He just go over there and then threaten those people and take those young kids. And people like, oh, what an outrage. What? Things like that. This is normal for those folks. These things happen not only in they try to make this guy into some kind of cult leader or whatever. This is normal in the Christian church or Catholic church or whatever church. Both for those 83 and the Samaritan. Okay?
Team 12's Chase Golightly spent the day going through the court documents, and we do want to note, as to not re-traumatize the victims or those who have experienced similar abuse, we are not going to reveal some of the gruesome details in these documents, but we still want to warn you that some of the details are disturbing.
10 girls,
All right,
the youngest.
So 10 girls, the youngest 18, all right? Now, look at those people, okay? Look at the way that they made them dress. It's amazing. What those folks do, beloved, everything is external, superficial facts. Everything is outside. If they show you, they dress, the women have long dress and they dress like decent, because to them this is decent. If they don't show any skin, this is decent. And the men dress like old school, and they don't get involved with technology. Like, whoa, wow. They have a great culture, great community, because they don't use technology. They use old car, because new cars got like internet in them and all that. The reason why they don't use technology, all those technologies, because they don't want the people to communicate with the outside world, and they don't want to be tracked down. If you're a child molester or you're a child rapist and you got a community, you don't want internet in there. You don't want cell phone in there to people to take evidence and stuff. If there's any cell phone, the only person that's supposed to have it is you. You don't want the people to know anything about any advancement. You want them to be dumb and stupid. And luckily, those young women, they see right through the fellow.
10 girls, the youngest just 9 years old. All alleged victims of Samuel Bateman, said to be sexually abused by the self-proclaimed prophet of the FLDS Church. That's according to these recently unsealed federal documents claiming those kids were Bateman's child bride.
And these allegations are...
Now, a lot of people are like, why can't this thing stop and things like that? Why is it people still sending their kids into this? I'm sorry to telling you, some people are into this. They love it. You got mothers are looking for this guy and try to send that. They get off of that. They love when a man sit there and proclaim himself, I am the prophet. After that guy, the fellow that they got, that got arrested and stuff like that. This guy, his name is Michael Anderson, of course. Michael always in the mix, his name Michael Anderson. But the fellow say, after that guy, he got arrested and stuff like that, I'm the successor. I'm the prophet now. I'm that last prophet. People love that. They love it. They will go, they'll fight for it. They say, yes, he is the prophet. He is that guy. Let him do the job. Let him abuse those children. And guess what? You know what they're gonna do? They ain't gonna put their faces out there. They're gonna put that stuff out there and have a bunch of Samaritans that look like us and talking about, well, they are trafficking children and stuff like that. We need to stop this. We need to stop that. Suddenly now, black folks are so interested in Jeffrey Epstein, the Elon Musk, the island, and all those guys. They are trafficking children as if those kids were our children. Where were you people when you guys were taking our children and give them to alligator baits? Where were you people when you were tying our pregnant women up on a tree and use your axe and hacks the baby out of the bellies? Where were this outrage, man? Suddenly now you're seeing the victim, well, if not all, 99% of them don't look like us. Now you have a problem. When you look at the abortion stat, you pretty much don't see our people in there. Now you have a problem. Now those people are killing children. We need to do something about it. We need to do something. But when Margaret Thatcher, well, not Margaret Thatcher, or Singer, or whatever her name, when she came and said, well, we don't want the word to go out there that we have exterminated the Negro population, and but the pastors, the reverend, pacified the people having that abortion upon our people. Where were you folks? Where were you? Suddenly now black folks are so in tune with 83 talking about like child kidnapping, child stuff, And why they never show those faces of those kids in the 80s and 90s? They used to parade them around. They used to show their faces all over. They called them crack babies and children that being trafficked and stuff. Suddenly now, those people are very interested. They want to save kids now. You people want to save kids. You that abuse and rape and enslave our children. You that kill and cannibalize their flesh and eat them because you want to stay young. You eat our youngs and now you want to save them. Interesting then.
Extremely troubling.
Former FBI Special Agent Michael E. Anderson says these documents reveal how Bateman exploited his followers' faith, convincing them to willingly give up their children to him.
You heard that? Willingly. He just went over there and then just tell them, I am a prophet and I was sent here by God, and give me those kids and that bag of money that you're holding in your hand. And then as long as that person say prophet, that's the word people want to hear. I want to hear you saying that you're a prophet. If this man come over there and say, hey, I'm a man, I want to marry your 9-year-old or your 6-year-old daughter or your 18-year-old daughter, they're like, oh, hell no. Hey, who are you? Well, I just love kids. I'm a pedophile. I just love kids. I want to go ahead and no. But if that person said, I am a prophet and you going straight to hell if you don't give me those kids, there you go. They will willingly give them.
What Mr. Bateman did was threaten people with banishment from eternal salvation if they did not follow his will.
Most of that is garbage. You don't need to threaten those people. Look, I'm in the same position that this guy is. I am in a position of power. I can just go ahead and tell people, hey, the mighty ones, I'm a prophet. Just give me this, give me that. They will. Because a lot of people are waiting for that. They are waiting for you to come and say, I am a prophet. That's the key word. You don't need to say anything. You just come over and say, I'm a prophet. And give me this, give me that. They will just give it to you. And then once they find out that you weren't a prophet, they say, oh, he threatened me. He said, I'm not going to make it to heaven. It could go both ways. That guy could just straight up go over there and tell them, hey, y'all Negroes ain't going to make it to heaven until you give me this, give me that. The pastors, the so-called the black pastors, do the same. Is that thing recording? Is it recording? Oh, good Lord, he is. The same thing go with the pastors. What they do, they just threaten the parishioners, the congregation, like, you guys going to hell. The camp do the same thing. You going to hell. You going astray. You going off. I'm the elder. I'm the prophet. Yeah, I'm the elder. This call me elder here. Call me deacon, beacon, bishop, sir. I have the power here. That's what those guys do. And guess what? The people love it. They love it. You gotta, this guy is a prophet here. He say he's a prophet. Give him this, give him that. They never test the spirit. They test the words. Only the words, not the spirit. Now, this guy right here, look at this dude. Look at that fellow eyes, man. Like, is it slanted? Anyway, so, boy, Michael Anderson, man, well, the eyebrows, where are they? Is that a huge, long, what is this? Was it tied up his head with a rope? What is it? No, this look like words. That's sealed? Is that, that's a transition right there. Okay, they were putting a transition. All right,
not follow his will.
Within 2 years, these records show Bateman had more than 20 wives.
There you go.
About half of the victims were underage, living in a compound in Colorado City, accused of bringing them from Nebraska, Utah, Colorado, and Arizona. 2 of the girls, both younger than 15, actually spoke out against Bateman, saying they did not want to be with him.
Okay, this is what they do. I've seen those people all the time talking about how righteous they are because they look like this. Okay, then again, none of them look like our people. That's why there's an outrage here. If those people were like from Africa and stuff, you will see the comment. They are savages. Yeah, this happened in Africa and stuff. Remember a few weeks ago, there was this Kenyan pastor that made the people to fast until they die. That's how they're going to make it to heaven. And he killed a bunch of them, including children. and you don't see, those people go ahead and talk about that, and they're like, we don't care about that, but when it's them, hey, there's a problem here, okay? Those are all those people are mentally dead. Spiritually, those people are dead and rotten. There's nothing they can do or you can do for them. Okay, they will willingly come over there and believe that you are the savior or whatever that you just tell them. They will believe you. Okay, well, except if you're black. If you're black, that's gonna be an issue. You're gonna have to try harder than that.
Saying they did not want to be with him according to the documents. Court records say Bateman and the children's parents coerced the girls by saying it was God's will. For years, Bateman and his followers traveled back and forth between Colorado City and other states with the children. The documents claim Bateman groomed the young girls to engage in sexual activity with him and sometimes recorded it. Investigators say Bateman, his co-conspirators, and victims kept records and journal entries about these alleged crimes. Anderson believes this will be key in the prosecution of this case.
That is powerful evidence to show a potential jury.
There's also the video of Bateman getting arrested last year for child abuse in Flagstaff. When authorities were notified, tiny hands could be sticking out of this trailer on the road. Inside were 3 of the young victims.
Okay, so you have those young kids, he just put them in a freaking trailer, okay, and then trafficking them. Okay, those are the child traffickers out there, okay? And those people like, oh, Jeffrey Epstein and stuff like that, the Bill Gates and those guys, they are into this because, what about this guy? What about this pastor, prophet fellow? I'm looking at the victim. None of them look like us. That is why you see those people also raising hell about this, and so because they cannot get to our children anymore. So now, look who they are getting. Okay.
Bateman and his co-conspirators, including the parents who were accused of giving their children to Bateman, face more than 50 charges, including child sexual abuse, child pornography, witness tampering, and cyber stalking. Bateman is expected to be in federal court this Friday for his arraignment. In Phoenix, Chase Golightly, 12.
Again, like I said before, those people, they love this thing. You will see what they're going to do. You're going to see people that look like us will go online and defend him. He didn't do this. He's a man of the Lord. He's a true prophet. I watched one of his videos and I knew he's a prophet the moment he said this. Scum of the earth, man. Anyway.
Constant scolding has driven a wedge between him.
Anyway, so this thing, I didn't want to talk about that, but let me go ahead and let me take 2 minutes out of this.
Somewhere around here. At this point, you may be asking yourself, who is Amanda Grace? And what prophecies does she bring to help Donald Trump claim the Elden Ring? That's a great question. Amanda Grace is a self-described MAGA prophet who believes she speaks for God, and God really wants you to start preparing for the Mermaid War.
There's wickedness attempting to completely cover this nation in perversion and seducing spirits. I have never seen more images of more mermaids and water people in my life.
Now, let me tell you something about those people and their mermaid stuff. There's no doubt what she's saying is the truth. And the so-called, well, I'm not going to say everything here because we have studies and we studied the so-called. We don't refer them as mermaids because they are not maids from the mer. We refer to them as Undine, which is the proper name. And let me cut this short. What those people do, these women, the Christian, they will go to the so-called the negative intelligences that live in the water element, and they will strike deals with them. Okay, they won't read the fine point. Okay, they want money. They want money. The so-called, you might see, some of you might see certain African pastors. Most of them are African folks. They're talking about the Marine Kingdom, how bad it is, how dangerous it is. They'll never tell you the blessing that they get over there, the things that they do, but they always show you that those things are going to come over there and attack you for no reason. Okay? What happened is those folks, they strike deals with those entities. the negative intelligences that live in the water, and we have a class. Okay, we have classes. You can come in and speak and learn with us and learn all the four elements and who lives in there in the beings. She's not crazy. She's telling the truth. However, she's trying to make this thing so everybody will be afraid. No, those things, they have advanced technology. Talking about you never seen seducing spirit and wickedness. Those things, you and your ancestors bought them here in 1492 when you come up upon our loin and our land. You brought the seducing spirits and the wickedness with you. The reason why you are saying this, you try to confuse people thinking like something bad is going to happen in the future to them, but when it's going to happen to you. You people been making deals with this, and now the time is up, the pact is done, and they're coming after you, and it is the truth. They have so far advanced technologies, things that you've never seen. They have things like will blow your mind. Okay, but this woman, she trying to make it seems that this thing gonna come and kill President Trump and seduce you and stuff like that. Now, again, this is what she's saying is the truth, but those things are not coming for us. They are coming for the people that had pact and deals with them that tried to back out because the blessing is done.
That's a division in the kingdom of darkness, and they're highly technologically advanced.
You better believe that.
And we have to understand what we're dealing with. And we have to understand the rules of engagement in spiritual warfare.
Yeah. Suddenly now, those people that used to talk about prosperity gospel. Have you ever wondered how do you people make all those money? How does Creflo Dollar, that fellow, TD Snakes fellow, and then that other guy that swagger jacking us? How do you people make all this money? How you guys just build just mega churches and have those churches pack and make money? They're all about prosperity gospel, prosperity, money. Now the money run out. Everybody want to talk about spiritual warfare now. Everybody want to talk about mermaids coming and attacking people with the technology advance and stuff. Suddenly now you people are worrying about that thing. So where were you back not even 10 years, 4 or 5 years ago? Talking about that prosperity gospel. Now it's spiritual warfare. Why? Because they want to draw the children of the light in there, and so they can help them fight those things. And it's true, they are coming for you. Well, of course, those people over there.
And we are meant for hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah. Clay Clark wants that lady to be one of Donald Trump's chief advisors. If you thought Trump's plan to nuke a hurricane was bad, just wait until Amanda Grace gets us into World War III against the Cloverfield monsters. And this isn't the first time Amanda Grace has warned against the dangers of the merpeople. She's currently trying to get Donald Trump to ban movies including The Little Mermaid, Avatar, and any mermaid-themed statue.
Now, why is that? Why is it that they are so afraid of those things? Again, we always tell you, anything that you see 83 is afraid of, don't embrace it. Look at it. Say, what the hell is going on here? Why are they afraid of this thing? Why is it they're so afraid of The Little Mermaid? Why is it when the movie comes, they're like, oh, this isn't my Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid is white, it's not black. When the true story, the German, did you know the brother Grimm? Let me cut this way. Brother Grimm, the German.
According to Wikipedia, the brothers Grimm, Jacob and Wilhelm, were German academics, philologists, cultural researchers, lexicographers, and authors who together collected and published folklore.
They collected and published folklore. They were brothers, not brother's brother. They were actual brother. They were hood Negroes. Those things that they collected, they were black stories. The Little Mermaid, Boomhilda, okay, let me see. German Boomhilda was black. Okay. Okay, Boomhilda, black. The Little Mermaid, black. They were all black people, black stories. The Little Mermaid is a story about a little black girl. I'm not in my other computer. You know what? Let me just see if I can Let me check Big Levi right here. Here we go. Okay,
Shalom.
let me go there. Okay, so those are the entities of the Gemini, the thing. So those are the intelligence of the Gemini. So I want to go. Okay, those are the entities of Aries. Oh no, the Taurus. Okay, that live in the constellation of Taurus. Those are the positive one. Okay, those are depiction, right? Those are depiction. Okay, where is the one with the mermaid? There we go. See, this is a depiction. This is a depiction of the Little Mermaid, so to speak. All right. Those are depiction. They live in the water kingdom or water world. Those are depiction of them. All right. They according to our stories, according to our research and our private studies. Okay, they live in the lonely beaches and they do things. All right, they are strikingly beautiful and they have super advanced technology. Okay, the Little Mermaid is a black story that the Swagger Jack whitewashed it, and now Disney tried to do a mea culpa, and then they like, oh, stuff like that. Why there's all the sucking up to our people? Okay, that is because they try to control the narrative. Of course, they're watching us like hell, but those things, they are not all look like this. Have like fish tails and stuff like that. For instance, this one, again, those are depiction. Okay, this is not what that is. Okay, that doesn't mean this is an actual one. That's how the artists that we have in our crew is depicted them. All right, they some of them look like they have human female legs and they move in the water just like you move in the air. They move freely. There's the crab-like one. Those are a lot more scarier. Okay, I'm not in my computer. Boy, let me see if I can go to Patreon. Patreon / Big Levi. Is that what that is? Big Levi 12. Is that what that is? Oh, I have my Instagram here. There we go. Okay, the Instagram is Big Levi 12. All right, let me see. This is the This is the Levana Heights, and I can't go through them. Okay. So see, this is a cruise ship. This is the type of technology they have there. Okay, the movie Atlantis. Aquaman, and when he went to Atlantis and things like that. I would have show you, but I can't sign into this thing. I can't watch the videos. They want me to sign in. I forgot the whole thing about this is a new computer. But anyway, you can go to the Instagram. Okay, Big Levi 12. We post all those positive imagery. You will see all of them. This is the Levana Heights stuff, and that's the super futuristic suit that we're going to have to explore extra dimensional and extraplanetary system. And this is our cruise ship. This is our city, futuristic. This is some of the places in our city, our kings and queens, and our people, things like that. But anyway, here we go. Why, brethren? Why those people are against the Little Mermaid, talking about, oh, the Little Mermaid is white and stuff like that? Because they know. Here we go. Because they know, one, those things. I don't want my people to focus on skin color, because you're going to be deceived if you keep focusing on skin color. Okay, you have to focusing on spirit, the spirit of the person, the vibration. That's the most important thing. The vibration, is it a positive vibration or a negative vibration? Okay, now the Little Mermaid, black, Avatar, okay, the way of the water, if you watch, we talk about this thing in private, okay? Matthew 7:7, Matthew 7:6, Matthew 7:9. We cannot tell you exactly what's going on because we don't talk about those things public anymore, okay? Anything that they are talking about is because there is certain things that are related to you. You have powers. Do you know? I'm gonna say this and then keep it and then cut it right there. Do you know the mighty one put beings under 4 elements? Water, well, it will begin the fire, the salamanders; earth, the Noms; water, the undines; air, the seals. All those spirits, the elementals, they are at your disposal. They are here to serve you and do whatever the hell you want them to do. But those people use those things to get money, to get wealth and stuff like that. And then now those things are coming after them. And not only those things are coming after them, they are coming to rescue a certain group of people. They are coming to give a certain group of people certain technology, certain wealth. So they are doing everything to draw. They cannot fight them. They're doing everything to draw some of us into their clan. And you know how people love this. They'll follow this woman. Oh yeah, I watched their video. They say mermaids are evil. This is demon. This is that. They won't do any research. They won't do any study. All right. So we'll stop right here with this. Let's keep on moving. If you need more information, you can sign up with our private membership class. I will advise you to pick up intra-templum level. You will find all the benefits and everything. All right.
Crazy story. We now know why a man opened the door on an airplane as it was landing in South Korea. That crazy video from inside that plane, an Asiana Airlines flight, shows those winds whipping through the cabin. The 33-year-old responsible told police that he felt suffocated and tried to get off the plane quickly. He also says he's deeply sorry, especially for scaring all the kids on board. He now faces up to 10 years in prison.
Wow. This guy, he felt like he was suffocated. And, yeah.
In an important...
Anyway, wow. This dude in mid-flight, he opened the door. But anyway, great glory, man. Let's keep on moving.
Houston police are investigating the death of a 4-year-old who was found unconscious in a car. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Daniela Guzman.
And I'm Bill Barajas in for Keith Garvin. That child was found in a disabled vehicle on Oriole Street near Yale Street in North Houston. KPRC2's Candace Burns is live at the scene where she spoke to police and neighbors about what happened. Candace?
Bill, a very sad story. Homicide detectives and forensic officers were here on scene for hours. They left about an hour ago. Police are telling us that 2 children were outside. They got into an unlocked vehicle. Then later, one of those children were found inside that vehicle unconscious and was rushed to the hospital. A devastating discovery outside of a home in North Houston.
Unfortunately, a 4-year-old child has been pronounced deceased.
Investigators say the 4-year-old boy was found unconscious inside of a vehicle. Sky 2 chopper video captured the scene from above the 200 block of Oriole Street in Houston's Independence Heights.
A 4-year-old and a 2-year-old child had gone into a parked vehicle at a residence on the street. We don't know how long they were in there, but family members realized they were missing and began looking and found them in the car.
According to police, family rushed the 4-year-old to the hospital where he was pronounced dead.
Right now, the Houston Police Department's Homicide Division is conducting an investigation.
Neighbors who witnessed the emergency vehicles rush by their homes say they're saddened by the news. Many of them knew the children.
Yeah, they always come down here and play. They play with my little brother.
Their thoughts with the 4-year-old's family.
This is very hard, and I know that's heartbreaking for the family.
Heartbreaking indeed. Police say the 2-year-old was also transported to the hospital as a precaution, but that child is expected to be okay. They say the medical examiner is still working to determine the exact cause of the 4-year-old. And right now, police say it's too early in the investigation.
Anyway, great glory. And we will see you in part 2. Number 2 here, 2 plus 2, 4 equals 4, 4 quarters and 4 elements. Great glory, beloved. I will see you in part 2.